Good morning. How's Mitch?
Right. Can't really hear me from all the way over here.
No, okay. So we're doing a little podcast this morning with Noah Berry. So he's got some work experience going on at Pulse this week. I was called by my daughter, who goes to the same school, and Noah was due to do some work experience, I think, at a local theatre, doing some lighting. And unfortunately, it was cancelled at the last minute. So Charlotte asked me whether or not Noah could come in, and I had no idea what to expect. Who knows, right? A 17-year-old boy was going to turn up. Didn't know what to expect. But I've got to tell you, Noah, you are a credit to your parents. You're a credit to your school. And you would be welcome back here anytime, buddy. You've been absolutely amazing. You really have. When Noah joined, we sat down with Mitch, and we wanted Noah to really enjoy himself. We wanted, come Friday, we wanted him to look back at his time here and feel like he'd actually learnt something. Because the trouble is with work experience, you're handed this lad or this young girl and you know, told to look after them for the week, but you're busy and you're trying to do your job and you're trying to teach them stuff that you probably think they won't ever use again. But with Noah, we found somebody that actually had a genuine interest in what it is that we had to do. So we were really kind of energized to give you a lot of our time and effort. And everybody loves you here. We all think you're great. We all think you've done a wonderful job. So I just wanted to ask you a few questions, really, Noah, just to work out whether we did do a good job. Did you enjoy yourself? Have you enjoyed yourself? It's Friday today. How's it been?
Oh, it's been incredible. It's been so good. And especially because it was so last minute. I had no idea what to expect. But I've been so pleasantly surprised at my experience, and it really ties into my A levels and my interests, which is just an added benefit. And it's one of them things where it's like, right, I'm going to remember this forever because it's been so enjoyable and I've learned so much, and it's going to have such a great impact on my life.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So when you were at school, and I remember being asked this question when I was at school, what do you want to do? And you kind of go, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And the thing is about work experience, you end up going into a field that you have no interest in. Now, you were looking at theatre lighting because you do lighting at school and you do it for the local theatre. And so you thought you had some real interest in that, which you clearly do, and you're clearly good at that. But being here for the week, being involved in photography, video editing, podcasting, social media, ChatGPT, which we learned all about, didn't we? Have your feelings about what you want to do in the future changed at all?
Well, I was talking to my mum about this in the car here, actually, because it was always going to be, if I did do like an apprenticeship with theatre or events lighting, to do like an open uni degree in the background. Yeah. And I said to my mum, if I go ahead with that, I would really like to do like a marketing business degree in the background. I was going to do like a business management one, but I've since that said I'd like to do marketing, something like this, because you still get to be more creative in the marketing thing, like creating things, which really appeals to me. So definitely this has had an impact on what I want to do in the future.
That's great. That's really good news. So I just mentioned a number of things that you've been doing all week, and there was a huge list. Really was. Can you bring out some sort of highlights of things that you did during the week with Mitch that you were kind of, I love doing that?
Yeah, well, we're going to have videos playing over this, but we've done all sorts. We've done like lots of camera work, so obviously with the gimbal. We've done product photography, which has been awesome, and then going over to the computer and editing them using Photoshop, Lightroom, using Final Cut to video edit and everything like that, which has been incredible. Using AI as well, so like you said, ChatGPT, we use the AI in Photoshop to like create renders that aren't even real, which is just incredible. It blows my mind.
and me.
It's just incredible. And then we've done stuff like building LinkedIn profiles, which has really been helpful, taking headshots and stuff, which is going to help me in the future as well. And then obviously Wednesday and Thursday with the event, it's like putting them skills in practice.
Yeah.
So like in like a proper environment, like taking pictures and editing them, taking videos and then, and everything like that. So it's kind of putting everything I've learned the first 2 days into practice, which has been awesome.
Brilliant. And I did at the beginning say that I wouldn't chuck you in the deep end. I'd be really gentle with you. But I did chuck you in the deep end a few times. We had a big event yesterday or the day before. And at one point I said, will you come down and take a photograph? And there was sort of 20 people in the room and you had to go in there and take a photograph of all of these people. And then I sent you down to do some photography of people whilst they were having lunch and milling around chatting. And you did such a good job, really, really professional, because you never know what to expect with, no disrespect to 17-year-old boys or girls, but you never quite know what you're going to get when you invite somebody in. But you've really carried yourself like a confident adult. Like I said to you before, you're a credit to your school and credit to your mum and dad. You did a fabulous job. So obviously doing the podcast is going to be something that you can put on YouTube, and hopefully your teachers will see it and see what it is you've achieved. But you should be really proud of this week. So we're really happy with what you've done. So you'll go away now, you'll go back to school, you'll go off to university, you'll do whatever you do. You're obviously always welcome to pick up the phone to me. You're always welcome to come in. Mitch is around to teach you some of the techie stuff that I know nothing about. Hopefully we'll see more of you.
Definitely.
We've got the big cinema there. I'd love you to bring back some friends or bring back family and come and have a movie night.
100%.
Because I know you had a sort of a 20-minute blast of Top Gun in there, but we took it away from you, right?
It was incredible. It was so cool.
Yeah, you enjoyed that.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's
unlike anything I've ever experienced before, to be honest with you.
It really is cool. Yeah, it really is cool. Well, listen, I'm really pleased that we've had the chance to get on a podcast together. Hopefully it will be something that will be out there for years to come, and you can look back at it when you're a professional in your field, earning tens of thousands of pounds. Doing what it is you're doing, you can look back at your work experience and see where you came from.
Definitely.
I want to say thank you for giving us your time and your energy. Like I said, everybody here really loved having you around. So well done, Noah. And thank you ever so much for joining us.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. I know that it was really last minute, and as you say, you have no idea what to expect. But honestly, this has been incredible. It's been so good. So thank you so much, and also Mitch as well for giving up your time to teach me everything that I needed to know.
He's been a little star, hasn't he?
He's been incredible. He's been so good.
Yeah,
he's been so good. Yeah, he's helped me so much.
He's great. And again, we've kind of thrown Mitch in the deep end a little bit because Mitch has never done this kind of thing before. But it feels like with Mitch and with you, it feels like anything we throw at you, you just take on, which is great because I wasn't like that when I was younger. I was kind of very nervous. I didn't feel like I had the confidence to be able to, take on a task that I had no experience in. But you guys seem to just, you just see something and just go for it. And it's amazing what you've picked up. Before we hang up, the thing that I've been trying to investigate over the last few weeks with Mitch is the ChatGPT. And I know that you mentioned it. But from your point of view, it's a game changer, right?
100%. Yeah, you can ask it almost anything. And I'm not a wordsmith. I'm not very good with words. So being able to ask that to, write a caption or to write an email is just something that I hadn't even considered before this week. Yeah. I'm going to be using it to email all my teachers now and everything like that.
Yeah, no, it's a great help. And a lot of people are saying it's going to get in the way and it's going to make people, put people out of work. I don't know. I think if you got to understand it and got to really know it, I think it could benefit everybody, right?
Yeah.
It just saves time. It makes you more professional, gives you more answers. So anybody that's listening, jump onto ChatGPT, investigate it, learn it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I've got one question which, I wanted to ask before we end this.
Sure.
And it is, what advice would you give someone in my situation who's just finished their gateways, who's not too short to do uni apprenticeship and life beyond school? What would you say is the best? What should I do?
That's a really good question. And I asked you not to give me the question before the podcast, and now I'm regretting it. I think when I was at school, I wasn't great at school. I left when I was about 15, I think. I didn't have many qualifications, didn't have a great experience at school, and didn't really know what I wanted to do. I think that you go to a very good school, and obviously you've picked some great qualifications, and you're a bright boy. I think the measure of intelligence is that you pick up a certificate at the end of the year and people say, yeah, brilliant, well done, you're a really bright boy, now you can go on to university, now you can go on to, great things. My bit of advice that I would like to share with anybody listening to this is that if you didn't academically succeed in your younger years, I promise you that isn't the end.
Yeah.
You can do anything you put your mind to. And I would say that have a vision, play around with ideas, and know that whatever you want to do, you can do. You just need to keep going. I think that very often people are kind of stuck in a routine of I design a CV, I send it to an employer, and I wait for the feedback. Don't do it, guys. Be different. Yeah. Pick up the phone. Use your connections. You knew Charlotte, spoke to Charlotte. Obviously, she had a dad that had a business, got you in. If you had just sent out 100 letters, I promise you probably wouldn't have got a reply.
I did send out loads of emails and I got no reply.
So it's about who you know. It's about making friends. It's about linking to the right people. Mitch is here because I knew Mitch's dad. And Mitch's dad reached out to me and said, my son is really good at this kind of stuff. Would you give him a chance?
Yeah.
So my advice is, if somebody's looking for a job in lighting, then be different. Yeah. Don't just send a CV. Pick up the phone. Yeah. Go and visit the company.
Yeah.
Just be a bit bold.
Yes.
That would be my advice.
Amazing. Thank you very much. That's really good.
Excellent. Thank you, Noah. And we've got one more day, right?
Yes.
So we've got some boys coming in at about 1:00 today from a charity. And if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind getting you involved there to tell your little story about what it is you've done.
Yeah.
It's all about inspiring younger people that perhaps didn't have a brilliant start, inspiring them to say, exactly what I just said previously. You can do whatever you want to do. You just need to get your mind right.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You.